as to how things have to be perceived first.
Okay, fine.
And then we're going to come back. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello,
Yes, sir.
is it over?
Well, I've only got two participants who have participated. So I would say we've arrived at it. If I take the timing and the participants into consideration, both of them have agreed that yes, the decision is yes, take we should teach it. Um, However, one of them thinks that we should teach it only at postgraduate level and not at a lower level.
Okay. So my question is to all of you, including the facilitator, anybody can come out. That what did you observe? What did you experience during this 5 minutes of session, discussion session? What are some of the very salient observations or your experiences?
I'm going first, sir. I was the facilitator. My name is Arpita. I think it is very difficult sometimes to get people to respond.
Yeah. Any other observation? Yeah, you are absolutely right. One of the things is that if people don't participate in the group, then how different types of ideas, good ideas or not so good ideas, how those ideas will surface. And if there is not a very rich harvest of uh, diverse ideas, then the decision may not be a good decision or appropriate decision. So as you told, one of the great challenges or great task is participation. If participation is not there, then the way it was happening here in your discussion, one or two or three persons, they will discuss and they will make a decision, and those decisions may not be agreed by all the people. So this is one thing. And the other thing is that since participation was very low, only two were speaking, so there are not much scope of discussion. Very soon they told ki not undergraduate, postgraduate, and then they agreed that this has happened. So okay, we may come out with similar type of what this discussion sometimes is, but this was only to give you a brief, preliminary experience that what happens when people are discussing. So whenever two or more people they discuss, two things occur. Two things we can observe, I will say. One is your content. Content. And the other is the process. Content is basically the subject matters. Who is telling what? I gave one example. One person told that not in undergraduate, yes, in postgraduate, it can be taught or it may be taught or should be taught. So that is a content, subject matter. So all the things, theory, practice, data, precedences, examples, whatever we are giving in our discussions, those things fall in the category of content or subject matter. And we are all knowledgeable people, and I think they are good in their subject matter. Yes, in some meetings you will find that some persons are not good in subject matter in the content itself. So another person may correct them that this is not correct and that is not correct. But so far, largely as managers or teachers, we have been working on the basis of content. And whenever we interact with others in groups, our major focus is on the subject matter, what that person is telling, am I understanding, am I not able to understand, and all these things, whether practicable, not practicable, less costly, more costly, all these things are parts of content. But really, what happens when people work, it is not that they are talking only about the subject matter. There is something which is happening inside them. And something which is happening inside them. They have some sort of feelings, some sort of emotions at every moment. And those emotions are basically determining their involvement, participation, leadership, communication, how they're resolving their conflicts, and so many other things. So this thing is called process. Process is concerned with what is happening between and to the group members while the discussion is going on. So two main things are there, content and process. Group process, some persons call it group dynamics also, deal with such items as morale of the people, the feelings they are having, their tone of discussions, atmosphere, influence, participation, style of influence, leadership struggles, competitions, cooperation, so many other things. One can't make a list of all these things which are happening inside the people or within the people. Very little attention is paid to the process, although it is the major
Is it audible to anyone?
No, it has just disappeared.
No.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
In fact, there's nothing on the screen as well.
Hello,
Yeah, it's blank, black screen.
hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, just wait for a minute. I will check to our department for the.
Is that Arunji?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, Arunji. No problem.
Even just a minute. I will coordinate to Mr. Partha sir what happened. Yeah. Yes. So you were sharing this only. Yes. So this is what I am going to show you. You can see here. Content and process. Content is what and what is the task? What are you doing? What the group is doing? What is its task?
Process is how the group is performing, how the group is doing, and how the team is functioning. What the group is doing, its task is the content, what is happening to and between the group members, like leadership, communication, and all these things. These things come in the process. So when we facilitate a group, not only facilitator, everybody has to observe, especially the facilitator, the content and the process as it has been shown here. Yeah, you see the content and process. Content, all these things, what, who, how, where, when, what is the cost, resource utilization, reports, evaluations, all these type of things we discuss when we discuss the content. But when we come to process, one of the things, few things we have to observe, and one is that communication. What is the communication pattern? You saw in the previous exercise. You saw in the previous exercise that only few persons are speaking. So communication was getting affected, and that affected the decision making. The other thing is that how the group is making decision. One person is proposing, everybody is accepting, or some discussion is going on, some pros and cons, all these things are coming, or one person is making the decision. The another part, another thing we observe under process is the influence. Who is influencing whom? How the group is influencing every member. Who are the people who get easily influenced? Who are the people who are very difficult to influence? How the leader or a person is trying to influence others. So this is influence. Then the task and maintenance functions. Task function is that a task has been given that, say, for example, that a decision has been taken whether the psychic power should be taught or not. So this is the task, and people, whatever efforts people are making to complete the task, that comes under the task aspect or task dimension. And the other dimension is maintenance dimension. You might have read it or studied it in your course, that maintenance is that how the group remains a performing group, how the group can maintain itself for good performance in future and at present. So that is maintenance aspect. Here you will say the task aspects are largely the content aspects, although process is involved into it. And maintenance aspect is mainly the process aspects, that what people are doing, that this group's atmosphere remains a conducive atmosphere, and people keep on performing. Then one of the fulcrum, not fulcrum, nucleus center for group process is basically the feelings and emotional issue. If you see that all the dimensions we are giving under group process, some way or other, they are affected by the feelings or the emotional issues.
We are human beings. All of us have our feelings. You know, this got disturbed today also. And when it got disturbed today also, in spite of all my precaution, definitely all of you, including Arunji, might be having some feelings inside. Anxiety, annoyance, anger. What is happening every day? Something or something is going to happen. So these things are basically the feelings, and the feelings will affect or are likely to affect all these aspects of your process, your group process. Then comes experimentation and creativity. As I told in the beginning, one of the challenges of facilitation is that a good decision is taken. And what is a good decision? Which has quality. Quality means the optimization of the results or expected results. That is quality of the decision. And second thing is that the acceptance of the decisions. Anything, any work, any project cannot be completed without people, without performance of people. So basically, experimentation is new ideas. When new ideas are there, then only we will be able to be more competitive in our own organizations, and also more competitive vis-a-vis other organizations. So is there some sort of encouragement for creativity? Is creativity, creative ideas are visible, or people are giving only um, what we say conventional things? If conventional ideas will come, then decision will become a mediocre type of decision, and you can't get any thrill in implementing that. So that is experimentation or creativity. And the other one is the group atmosphere, team atmosphere. How is the atmosphere of the team? How people are managing themselves? Are people getting encouraged in the group to give ideas or share their reservations, or they are hesitant? So all these things are your procedures. Now together we can see that what to observe in a group. So in a group, we have to observe both. We have to observe the content, and we also have to observe the process. Only by techniques, methodologies, your optimization techniques, those things will not give a good results unless people also feel good, people also feel encouraged, people are creative, the atmosphere is conducive. So as a facilitator, it's very much fundamental for us to understand group procedures. And it is my experience that no lecture can make you perfect in group procedures. It's only your study and your efforts, your observations, your listening, your introspection. All these things will make you understand the group procedures better. And a facilitator, what does a facilitator do in one line? A facilitator simply facilitates group procedures to achieve the desired results. Yeah. Anything you would like to say? Any
Oh,
comments?
sir,
Any feelings?
can you please share the previous PowerPoint? I missed something over there.
What share? I could not get.
The PowerPoint, sir, the other slide, the previous slide.
Previous slides. Okay. Now, each of the things in the previous slides, I'm going to discuss with you.
Okay. Okay,
And
thank
all
you.
the things, all these main dimensions of content and process, whatever I showed you, I'm going to discuss each one of them, especially the process ones, right? That will do.
Okay. Yeah, yes, sir, thanks.
Okay. So communication. Whenever we are in a group, 3 persons, 4 persons, 5 persons, then few things under communication we may observe. Those are important. That is, who talks to whom. You may see sometimes that a particular person is only talking to a particular person. When somebody else is telling something, the person remains silent. So who talks to him, whom, for how long, whom do people look at when they talk? At the time of talking discussion, you'll find that some persons have the habit of looking at a particular person. Suppose his boss is also sitting there, then the person will talk and may look again and again towards the boss to just judge his mood, whether he is liking or she is not liking. So this is that thing. Others who support or may support them. Who are the other people in the group who are supporting a particular person or likely to support? It may be the support may come from the group as a whole also, or support may sometimes come from the trainer. Usually the trainer or facilitators, people perceive that they are supporting, or no one. So somebody might be getting support from others, some persons might not be. Some might be getting support from many persons, and some might be getting support for few or from nobody. Who talks to whom? I have already talked. Who interrupts whom? This can be a good observation. Many times you'll find that when one person speaks, the other person interrupts. Particularly, why does the person interrupt? Just to show one upmanship. This is one of the things, that what the person is sharing, perhaps that is not the appropriate thing or right thing. So what style of communication is used? Assertive communication. You know that assertive, what is assertiveness? Can anybody say what is assertive communication?
Um,
Assertive.
I think it would be to put your point across in a mm, in a very sure, confident manner.
May I say, sir? May I?
Yeah. Anybody else can
Yes, sir. Am I audible to
improve
you?
it further? G?
Yeah. Assertive is when you are putting your point forth in a clear and a concise manner, in a firm way, yet politely, not being aggressive or something, but you are being very to the
Hmm.
point and putting your point clear, concise, in a clear, concise manner.
I think both of you together have completed. When I speak clearly, openly, strongly, and take the precaution that the other side, that is the listener or listeners, are not hurt or insulted, demeaned, I can say that my communication is assertive. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
And whether I am assertive or not, that is determined by the person or persons to whom I am talking. For example, in one tone, I can talk to my friends. And when I go to an unknown company where I'm talking to people, perhaps if I use the same tone and same mannerism, they may not like it. They may feel hurt or insulted or demeaned. So assertiveness is basically listener specific also, where I am speaking. Uh, when a person is assertive, able to clearly explain what that person wants to say or what that person wants to demand, but the other person doesn't have a negative feeling, the other person doesn't feel insulted or not. Whether agrees or doesn't agree, that is a different thing. But a word aggressive. When the person forgets this boundary, that what is happening to the other party, whether they are feeling me, whether they are feeling hurt, insulted, demeaned, compressed, suppressed, then we will say that the communication was aggressive. So here, what style of communication is used? Assertive, how they are putting their questions, what is their tone of voice, how are their gestures or negations. Sometimes it happens you speak and people, no, 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 this doesn't happen in public sector, this doesn't happen in my organization. So those type of things. The kind of observations give clues to other important things which may be going on in the group, such as who leads whom or who influences whom. Yeah. In communication, one dimension is there. Some persons say it is a separate dimension also. But in order to have so many process, dimensions, I clubbed it with communication. That is the participation, an indication of involvement in verbal participation. Indication of participation is basically an indication of involvement, whether this person is involved or that person. For example, only two persons speak. So about others, I don't know whether they were involved or they were not involved. A few things which are worth observing are who are the high and low participators? Is there any shift in participation? Means at one time participation of this person is high, at another time participation of another person is high, or another person becomes low. Treatment to silent members, this is one of the very important thing for the facilitator. Whether in the anxiety of completing the task, the facilitator keeps on weakening the discussions or facilitating the discussions, or facilitator is also observing the silent members. Sometimes the clue lies in the silent members. So what treatment is being given to silent members? Are they being encouraged to participate, or are they being left out? If there is silence, are people try to understand the reason of the silence? Who talks to him and the regions? We have talked earlier also. Who keeps the ball rolling? Sometimes it happens that when there is a stalemate in the group, when ideas have dried up, when the atmosphere has become very hot and people are scared to speak something, some persons comes and ekdam resumes, makes the discussions go on. So who keeps the ball rolling and why? Then memberships, degree of acceptance or inclusion in the group. Many times, particularly you people are from different places, you have not seen each other's face also, and still we are talking in a group. So there is also a question of inclusion. Inclusion. Am I recognized a member of the group? Am I given the rights which I should have as a member of the group? Do people consider me a member of the group? So this is the memberships. Particularly, you'll find that when you join a new organization and some meeting is going on, there people will people may ignore, people may not take notice, or people may even become aggressive to the new members by asking uncomfortable questions and all. So this is an indicator that the group has not given the membership, or the person has not earned the membership. So this is called memberships. You know, almost more than an hour, a year after getting transferred to personal department or HR department from management services, I was working with people who are personal department officers. They were sitting at a different floor in Hindustan Times House, and my group members were sitting at the, I think, seventh floor. So what was happening every day at lunchtime at 1 o'clock, I will go to those people to have my lunch. And whether I take company lunch or whether I have got my own lunch, I will go with my dibba the day I had got my own lunch. And I will definitely have lunch with them. So some discussion was going on, and I charged the group that I think even after 1 year, I am an engineer, and that's why these personal people, all are people, they have not accepted me as a member of their group. What made me to ask this question? Because I was finding that there is a gap between me and other people. The way those people talk to each other, they are not talking in the same manner to me. So I was having this impression that they have not recognized my entry into the group. They are not considering me a member of the personal group. So when I made this question, I raised this question. One of the fellows, my friends, of course, he was little young, little junior to me, and he told me, "Can you also tell us who is responsible for this?" So first was accepted, and second was, who is responsible for this? So that was a very difficult question to me, and I told, why don't you say that who is responsible? He told me, you are mainly responsible for this. So I asked how. He told कि हम पे आरोप लगा रहे हो कि हम तुम्हें अपना नहीं समझते हैं, लेकिन तुमने कौन हमें अपना समझा? तुम भी तो 1 साल हो गया करीब आए हुए, और रोज लंच आप लेते हो अपने पुराने दोस्तों के साथ. So it was, reason was clear to me, but the fact was that my inclusion to the group was not complete, or I had not membership. And from the same very day, I stopped going there for lunch, and I was enjoying my lunch with these people, shouting, fighting, loving each other, whatever was there. So, degree of acceptance or inclusion in the group is a very important factor, which involves, which yes, affects the participation. Different patterns may emerge in this. There may be some subgrouping. Do some people seem to be outside the group? I was giving my own experience. How are they treated in the group? Do some members seem to be in the center of the group? Do some members move in and outside the group? Under what conditions do they come in or move out? So membership was one dimension. The second important dimension was, decision making procedures, or decision making procedures. How decisions are being made in the group. One person makes a decision and carries it out without checking from others. This is the norm, this is the practice in some of the groups, that one person who is either the powerful person or who is very close to the top person, the blue-eyed person of the top person, top man, top woman. People say that if I say anything else, this person will go and say that person was opposing. So, or sometimes people say that, no, I am not that competent. That person is more competent than me. So one person makes a decision and carries it out without checking from others. They are very clever people. If they check also, okay, I think this is the best decision in this situation. Does anybody differ? And nobody will say, I differ. Decision is made. Its effect on others. If this is happening, what is it if its effect on other people? How other people are feeling? How other people are behaving subsequently? Is there any drift of topic in decision makings or topic jumping? Many times it happens. बात हो रही है मैन पावर की, मैन पावर प्लानिंग की बात हो रही है कि मैन पावर यूटिलाइजेशन इज मोर और लेस, and suddenly the person will say, what about discipline? Discipline is very becoming more poor and all these type of things. So many times in order to avoid, becoming things hot, some people do topic jumping, and this affects the decision making. Its effect on others. Is the decision being made by the majority or consensus? Is there any difference between this decision making by majority and decision making by consensus? Can anybody enlighten me on that? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can anybody enlighten me on this?
Could you please specify the question, sir, once again?
I asked that, is there any difference between decision making by majority and decision making by consensus?
So when it comes to consensus, it is the approval of all the participants who are there, and majority is maybe because certain people have agreed to it and others may or may not have responded to it, sir.
Yeah, I think it's very clear. One thing is that I will ask another question. What is the acid test? What is the Pakka test that yes, this decision has been made by consensus? How do we know that yes, this is a true consensus? Because many
Agreement
times,
of all the people, sir.
Ji?
Agreement of all the people.
Agreement from inside,
Sir.
not agreement from outside, means the real agreement. Even if the test is that I am a member, and even if I am not agreeing to what is being told, I have tried to convince them, I have not been able to convince them, and many persons are contributing to that idea, but I am not contributing, I am not agreeing. And since I am not able to convince them, I am agreeing to that. So when I agree this way, I won't have a heartburn that my ideas have not been listened. So what happens that even if I am not agreeing, but I have accepted that decision wholeheartedly. Have I clarified or complicated the thing?
It's clear, sir.
Complicated?
No, it's become clearer.
Fine, sir. Thank
कई
you.
बार ऐसा होता है कि जब हम ग्रुप में डिसीजन ले रहे हैं तो कोई एक मेंबर बार बार डिफरेंट आइडिया देता है, ग्रुप उसको टाइम देता है डिस्कस करने के लिए, दैट इज डिस्कस थ्रेडबेयर, And after discussion, after giving him plenty of opportunity and time, people are not agreeing to that. That person is not accepting that decision, but he is agreeing because he is part of the group. We say this is a true consensus if that person has wholeheartedly accepted it. जैसे मेरा एक सिस्टम था, मैंने परफॉर्मेंस मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम बीएचईएल के लिए क्रिएट किया था after 2.5 years of work, not alone. I was the leader and I had my own team I had created, and it was implemented. And one cycle it had run, second cycle we were trying to remove its flaws. And in the meantime, a very big international consultant, somehow convinced by the top men of the organization that system is very good, but it needs to be brought on computer immediately. In my plan, it was to come in the third year. So management was very much impressed, with that international consultant, and they brought the consultant. And when the matter was being discussed with the consultant, there were 9 executive directors. I was additional general manager those days, and I was kept there as an expert, knowing fully well that this person will not like it. And discussions happened. Ultimately, um, ultimately, it was accepted. Yes, certain things we modified what they were telling, but it was accepted. But I was totally against the entry of that organization for this project. So we all went to director, and director had a office order issued that this new system will be implemented in the organization with effect from this date, and Parthasarathy will be again the leader for this also. And I told them in very humble words that I don't agree, so I will not become the leader of that. Boss was very much adamant that you will be the leader only. You only have that. I told, even I went by telling that my own child has been killed and now you are telling me to lead again. And they did not like it, and I had to pay a price for that later on. But the fact is that I promised to them that let somebody else lead it. I will not criticize it in public. The new system I will not criticize in the public, and in my area I will implement it wholeheartedly. And that I did, and that was a surprise for everybody, because most difficult things were first implemented in my unit. And सबसे पहले जो रिपोर्ट्स जाते थे मेरे यूनिट्स के जाते थे. सो क्वेश्चन ये था कि मैंने उस चीज को जब मैनेजमेंट ने डिसीजन लिया, because I was not the decision maker, somebody else was the decision maker. When the decision was made, I accepted it wholeheartedly. Although I am a human being, I have all the feelings which I shared with you. But I thought that once the decision has been come, I am a member party of that decisions. I will not oppose it in its implementation. So this is a taste of true consensus. They can't say that no, in that meeting there was no consensus. Even now I give an example, that was a consensus decision. So this is what it is happens. But if anybody feels that that person's opinions have not been heard, or he was not given opportunity, even if the person agrees, it is not real agreeing, and we can't say that it is a true decision. In organizations, normally people go towards head counting, that is majority decision, and in the minutes they write that it is a consensus decision. Non-response to any member's contribution. Yes, this is one thing which is very, very painful also. And if somebody has contributed, and that in the decision making process, and that person's contribution has not been recognized, we can't expect that that person will truly or fully accept the decisions. Influence. Participation and influence are different dimensions. Which members are high in influence, that is, others listen and support them. And when we go for facilitation, if we observe that who are the opinion makers, who are the members whom everybody listens, I think that person can become a resource for the group. Or the facilitator, instead of speaking so many things by himself, the facilitator can encourage that person. Which members are low in influence? There are some persons who have good ideas, but their influencing ability is low, or their image in the organization is such that very difficult to influence. So if you find that these type of members are there, I think it becomes a task for the facilitator. Any rivalry visible in the group? Yes, this happens very often, that everybody has to get the credit. हाँ, मैंने ये कहा, सबने मान लिया, और फिर बाहर में भी जाके बोलेंगे कि मैंने ये कहा, सबने मान लिया. So दूसरा आदमी जो रहेगा, the other person may not like it. Other person may also like to get credit or like to get the credit. So many times rivalry occurs in the group. And when rivalry occurs in the group, it becomes difficult for the facilitator to manage or to facilitate that group. Any struggle of leadership, it is akin to rivalry. Leadership issues are very open, very often they are observed, and at the even at the student level, even at the younger managers level, or even at the top level, directly or indirectly, these things happens. Any shift in influence. The style of influence, for example, influence can take many forms. Positive, that enlist the support and cooperation of others. Some persons do like this. They ask everybody's opinion and then they give their opinion. So this is a positive influence. And here, positive influence means an influence without use of power, especially without use of positional power. If without use of positional power, knowledge is also a power. That's why I am making it specific. Positional power. कि मेरा पोजीशन हाई है तो मेरी बात सबको माननी चाहिए. So I'm using power into that. Negative influence is using power or superiority, making others feel inferior. And when this type of influence is done, then people either become reactive or they alienate themselves. 4 styles usually in textbooks say autocratic style, imposing one's will, pushing others. Autocratic sometimes pushes also others. Peacemaker supports other decisions. They won't propose their own decisions, but they support others' decisions. Consistently tries to avoid conflict. These peacemakers, if they find that, okay, many people are going to agree to that point, even if they have a better point, for the fear of raising a conflict, they remain silent and they raise their hands in the favor of that one. So they consistently try to avoid conflict in the group. This peacemaker also gives power to others. ये अपने power use नहीं करते हैं, but by supporting others, they empower other people or they make other people more powerful. Avoids giving negative feedback. अगर पूछते हैं, if somebody is asked also, हाँ भाई, this way decision has been made, are you feeling good, are you feeling bad, particularly in feeling bad, this type of people avoid giving feedback. laissez-faire, you understand that getting attention by lack of involvement. Some persons are there, they are not bothered about the decision, quality or acceptance of the decision, but sometimes they are bothered about their own visibility. So they get the attention of others by their lack of involvement. वो चुपचाप बैठ जाएंगे, सब लोग बोलेंगे, तो naturally somebody will point out or the boss will observe that this person is not speaking, and this way they get attention also. Go along with group decisions without commitment. I remember in the same project, when we were discussing with having the discussions with the consultant, what proposal they had brought, I had decided that they are going to kill. They are going to kill my project. So I will not participate. I think this is also going to give way. Okay. I think this laptop is also going to give way. So if it gives ways, I will stop here.